Welcome to the Adventures of the Monad. We have previously mentioned the creative hierarchies in presentations. Today, we will delve into 7 of them, providing a more detailed description of these beings. We will outline the different levels of power and intelligence possessed by these beings, who construct the universe and assist the human monad in their extensive journey through the material world. The information currently available is incomplete and vague. Despite this, we must make the most of the few facts we have. You will notice that the hierarchies mentioned here link back to the presentations on the chains, rounds, and globes. You now begin to see how all the information presented in the totality of this series are interlinked. Previously, you learnt about the activities of various Diva hierarchies, but at that time, we did not discuss precisely what they were up to. Now, you know how they function in our evolution, and can then link back to the previous series and realize when they came active and how our own evolution was occurring at the same time. Now, you will know their function in our evolution and can then link back to the previous series and realize when they became active and how their own evolution was occurring at the same time to allow them to perform the functions that they did for us at a later date, in a different chain, or during a different round, or on a different globe. We have already established that the Supreme Being, from whom all life originates, manifests in a threefold manner, known as the Trimurti, or Trinity. This concept is recognized in various religions under different names such as Sat, Chit, Ananda, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Ichcha, Jna, Kriya, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, power, wisdom, love, will, wisdom, and activity, and so on. Surrounding the primary trinity, there are entities known as the 7, who are characterized as the 7 sons of Aditi in Hinduism, the 7 mystery gods in Egypt, the 7 Amshaspens in Zoroastrianism, the 7 Sephiroth in Judaism, the 7 archangels in Christianity and Islam, and the 7 planetary logi in Theosophy. They are also associated with the 7 sacred planets, with the planets being their physical embodiment. In the wider circle known as Round the 7, there are the creative hierarchies, also known as the 12 creative orders of the universe. These are led by the 12 great gods mentioned in ancient stories and symbolized in the familiar signs of the zodiac. The zodiac is an ancient symbolic representation of the plane of the solar system. When it is said that a planet rules or is the lord of one of the signs of the zodiac, it means that the planetary spirit or logos has dominion over one of the 12 creative hierarchies. Under their control and direction, these hierarchies build up the planet's kingdom and help the monads to evolve. When we say monads, we are being anthropocentric, as is our way as humans. But in reality, these great logi are responsible for all the 7 streams co-evolving on and around our globe. The 12 creative hierarchies are intimately involved in the creation of the universe. These hierarchies of intelligence have completed their own evolution in past universes and now work with the one will, Ishvara, to shape the new universe or Brahmandas. They are the architects and builders of the solar systems, including our own. We humans owe our spiritual, intellectual, and physical evolution to them. they awaken the consciousness of the monad and its ray to the dim sense of others and of I, creating a longing for a clear sense of self and others, which leads to the individual will to live an exploration of denser worlds where this sharper definition is possible. Remember, these magnificent beings are themselves evolving. So in many previous universes, they honed the skills that they are using now, but they themselves are also developing. At the current stage of evolution, out of the 12 creative hierarchies, 4 have achieved liberation. 1 is on the verge of liberation. This means 5 have progressed beyond the understanding of even the most advanced teachers in our world. Therefore, there are now only 7 creative hierarchies for us to consider. We are considering our solar systemic evolution. Imagine the forces that must be clustering around Him of whom naught may be said, that great being of which our solar system is just a chakra. Those remaining 5 creative hierarchies must be working there, and even beyond that. In previous presentations of this series, we discussed some of the work done by certain entities, specifically the attachment of permanent atoms. For the sake of completeness, we will revisit this process with any additional details that are available. The entire process is divided into the specific responsibilities of the remaining 7 hierarchies. We start with the Arupa creative order. The first of the Arupa or formless creative orders is described by words connected with fire. They are known as formless fiery breaths, lords of fire, divine flames, divine fires, fiery lions, and lions of life. They are also described as the life and heart of the universe, the Atma, and the cosmic will. Through them comes the divine ray of Paramatma, which awakens Atma in the monads. The second order has a twofold nature and is known as the twofold units, representing fire and ether. They stand for cosmic buddhi, the wisdom of the system, manifested reason. Their function is to arouse buddhi or unity consciousness 46 in the monads. The third order is known as the Triads, representing fire, ether, and water. They stand for Mahat, the cosmic manas or activity. Their function is to awaken manas in the monads. That deals with the formless creative hierarchies. Now we come to the devas of form, the Rupa creative orders. The fourth creative hierarchy consists of the human monads themselves. It might seem strange that the monads are classified with the other orders as part of the fourth creative hierarchy. But upon closer examination, it becomes clear that this classification is appropriate. The monads play a significant role in their own evolution, and it's not solely external forces that determine their involution and evolution. Let's summarize some of the factors that are due to the monads themselves. 1. As the first logos, his will to manifest is also their will. They are self-moved. 2. The monads shine forth and send out their life, which builds the ray or higher triad and works through it. 3. The monads choose the type of permanent atoms to be attached to them. 4. The third outpouring resulting in the formation of the causal body comes through the monads themselves. 5. The monads pour down their life into and vivify the spirally in the atoms, both permanent and others. 6. As evolution proceeds, the monads steadily pour down more and more of their lives, gradually getting more closely in touch with their rays, the individuality, and also through the individuality with the personality. How effectively monads do all this is a mystery to me. If you consider that a monad starts off as dumb as a rock, as quaternary matter, what power in it is connected with what? Eventually, when it reaches self-consciousness, even then it starts as a one young soul, and they are not the brightest bunnies for tens of thousands of incarnations. What decision are they capable of making? Clearly, when we are talking about the human monad having control, there is some overshadowing from the first, second, and third logi that is driving this process forward. I cannot see there being any other explanation. The fifth creative hierarchy is called the hierarchy of the Makara and is represented by the pentagon. They embody the dual spiritual and physical aspects of nature, with positive and negative forces in conflict. They are rebellious figures in many myths and legends, some known as asuras, originating from the first chain. These beings possess great spiritual power and knowledge. Within them lies the essence of ahamkara, the faculty responsible for self-awareness and crucial for human evolution. The fifth hierarchy directs the vibratory wave from the Atma aspect of the human monad to an atom of Atma, to which it connects as a permanent atom. The sixth creative hierarchy consists of beings known as Agnishvatas, also referred to as the sixthfold Dhyanis. They are the fruits of the second planetary chain. This hierarchy also includes a vast number of devas. They direct the vibratory wave from the wisdom aspect of the monad to the Buddhic permanent atom. Additionally, they provide all aspects to humanity except the Atma and the physical body, and are therefore known as the givers of the middle five principles. They assist the monad in acquiring the permanent atom, including the mental unit associated with these principles, namely Buddhi, 46, Manas, 47, 1-3, Lower Manas, 47, 4, Kama, 48, and the etheric double, 49, 1-4. They are primarily involved in guiding the intellectual evolution of humanity. Good luck with that. The lunar Pitris or Bahishat Pitris are in the seventh creative hierarchy. They are the fruits of the third chain and are involved in human physical evolution. The seventh hierarchy also include numerous devas, which are lower nature spirits responsible for the construction of the human body. There, I'm quite satisfied with that. The creative hierarchies are often spoken about in esoteric literature, but rarely defined clearly. I hope this gives you a clearer picture of how these varied and assorted devas help us and how we supposedly help ourselves. I would like to reiterate that the fourth creative hierarchy are really those monads who have taken the I-4, become second selves, and generally glow in the dark. I think before we get to this point, we are babysat by our solar divas, who run most of our show very patiently, waiting for us to discover which way is up. In the next presentation, we will discuss group souls, a topic I have mentioned frequently, but needs further expansion. See you then. Thank you.